everyone, welcome back to Conservative Guns and Armor. Today we're going over the XD9 by Springfield. So this is a sub-compact 9mm. It holds around, 13 rounds in the magazine, so pretty decent sized magazine for such a small package. So we're going to go over some shooting impressions and some specs, so let's get right into it. Alright, so we're running some 115 grain by Federal, so that's pretty much our standard 9mm ammo that we use on the channel, and it seems to run good. So we're going to start off with this and see how it goes.
In terms of shooting impressions, I got a few things to say about this. So it is a subcompact gun, so we get it. It's not going to be as good as the full size. You can upgrade the magazine on it, which I think would be a lot better, because right now the way I'm holding it, my pinky's basically pinching the bottom of the magazine and pushing up. That's the only way I can get a good grip on it. So really not ideal. I don't like that so much, but we don't really have the extended magazine just yet because this is a pawn shop find. So we just got the one magazine, just the gun, that's it. But it was like 249 bucks, so kind of a steal. We really love this gun for that part, but the slide release is okay. Could be better. It's not like the Glock setup, but it's definitely, you get enough grip, you can get it out. It's got the trigger that we're not a huge fan of, and Sean will go more into that later. But in terms of the magazine release, I can get to it without having to change my grip too much, and the magazine comes out very easily. But it's just, it would be a little bit better if that was poking out a little bit more for the magazine release button. It's kind of flushed up with the gun right in there, so I can get to it, but barely. So this is more the older model of this gun. So it's the XD9. It's not the mod version, any of the newer ones, the new grips, but overall I like the gun. It just could be better. So
for that price, you really can't beat it, guys. I mean, $249 for it's amazing. It's honestly a great platform, especially for that price.
Yeah, and we haven't had too many problems with this safety on the back in terms of like drawing and shooting. The biggest part, as Sean will probably agree to this, is when you're trying to do like a press check here, you have to almost, you can technically do a press check and look and see, but you have to depress that all the way and then be able to pull that back. So when you have the magazine, that's great, but when you don't, and you're trying to lock the slide back, you can't really do it that typical way. You have to have your hand completely on it. And then here, where you're like, well, how do you gotta really try to use your thumb to push up on that. So there's quirks to it. I don't like it so much, but in terms of, like I said, the price, really, really nice. Way better than a High Point.
All right, so we're using the same ammunition, so it's 115 grain Federal, but we are about 30 yards away instead of about 7 to 10. So we're gonna test, I guess, the accuracy on it. So yeah, so we're loaded up and see how she goes. All right, so no ammunition in the gun. Slide is open. Just double check on that real quick. I am gonna close it for video purposes. So first impression over this thing, it is amazing. So it's the first iteration of Springfield's XD series, I think 9mm series. So it's their subcompact XD9. This thing is amazing, especially for the price we picked it up for $249. Oh man, you really can't beat that. I mean, it's a great size. It's there's a few things I don't like about it. For example, the trigger. So that trigger, it's got, and I do realize it's for, you know, that concealed carry. But again, we are unloaded. But that take up is just, it's a bit mushy. So, and then the wall, a little bit of grind, and then release. And then the reset, it's a little bit long. There's a little bit of travel in the reset. But again, for that concealed carry, kind of up close and personal firearm, I guess I'll do just fine. That mag release is all right. If it was a little, like Skyler said, a little bit more protruded out, it'd be a little bit better. But we haven't had too big of an issue with it. Slide release, standard slide release. But again, like Skyler said, if you want to kind of lock the slide back, you're gonna have to make sure that your hand is kind of depressing that back strap like safety, and then it will kind of go back. It will not do it at all if otherwise kind of locks up. So only just a few little issues with that, but overall for the price and everything, it's amazing. Again, we're going to be giving all the like kind of details and specs and everything kind of down below as we normally do. But yeah, there's really not much to say about it. I mean, it's just a great firearm. Had a lot of fun, and even up to about 30 yards, which is about as far as you're going to want to go for any sort of encounter. I mean, it's pretty darn accurate. Again, take your time, aim, and like Daddy Grantham always says, if you don't train, you're just gonna die.
So again, guys, this was a pawn shop find. Very, very neat. It's something, let us know if you want us to do more of these. I mean, we're kind of gonna do them anyway because we just love to. But we have a great pawn shop we go to all the time. They give us all kinds of good deals. They're really good people. And 249 bucks. I mean, for something like this, it looks brand new. I mean, seriously, it looks really good. So the only things we didn't cover is the cocking mechanism indicator right there. So when that little silver piece is out and protruding, that means it is cocked and it is ready. And also there's a little round indicator on here, so this front end will be flipped up when there is a round in there. So I guess really low light settings, if you're like, oh, don't want to turn on a flashlight, check my gun, you can feel around like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready to go, I'm loaded, cocked, ready to go. So very, very nice. Overall though, we really appreciate y'all watching this video. We've been getting some really good comments from you guys, so if you have some other ideas, some video ideas, you want us to compare some guns, we're thinking maybe comparing this to the G3C, you know, maybe G2C, we'll see. Very, very similar guns. Also, keep an eye on this brace rule. We just went a video about this in our wonderful long talk on it. So keep an eye out, guys. Don't let the ATF catch you off guard. We can't tell you what to do, but it's best not to comply with unconstitutional rulings. So thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
I gotta feed my soul. The gates are open, so release the bulls. Don't hold me back no more, unleash the beast inside. Stand up with my pride, I was born to toe the line. I'm ready to light the fire inside.